In case you missed our previous video, our pickup broke down while we were towing it behind our motorhome, and we had no idea how bad it was really going to be. Well, this week, we finally get answers. Our pickup got towed away, and we find out exactly what went wrong and what it's really going to cost. We aren't slowing down, though. We've got more work to do on our Tennessee home-based property, so we stay busy and keep making progress. And by the end of this video, we're back at the dealership hoping this whole fiasco is finally behind us.
And there it goes. Hopefully we're getting the right people to do the job. We'll let you know. Well, when we were here on our last time in Tennessee, we purchased this little mini excavator. So we didn't get a chance to run it very much, but one of the first things everything says to do is to get the oil changed. The shipping oil that they comes with is some real chintzy Chinese oil that doesn't hold up well. So that's the first thing we're going to do before I got started here is get the oil changed. So I got it all tore apart. I had to pull all the panels off of it to access everything. So we got the oil drained out, got new fresh oil in it, and I'll get it put all back together. And then it's getting late in the afternoon now, so probably tomorrow morning I'm going to start. And we want to fix we're up here on the top. That's our cool little shed that we bought about a year ago, a year and a half ago, something like that. And it's held up all winter, held up last winter. I think it was 2 winters now it's held up. So it's been here for 2 winters, held up pretty good. So we're pretty pleased with that. That's an Amazon purchase. We can leave a link if you want it. So it held up pretty good. We got a tractor and a few things in there, but we're going to, right over here, we're going to build a garage. We got it on order today. So the garage is going to come for this spot. So I need to clear some of this garbage, trees. I think I'm going to take this tree out. And this one here is kind of dead. I think we'll fall both of those. And then this wooden contraption building down here, I'll probably rip part of that out of there. We're going to have to get a dumpster eventually to haul all this garbage out. But our garage is going to go right in this area here. So we'll get that all cleared out. It's about 2 months out before it'll be here. So we're actually going to have a concrete pad poured where it's going to go. It'll be a 24 by 36. So we're going to have that put here. I'm going to work on this driveway section down here. Right now it's kind of a narrow, steep little spot here. I'm going to try to open this all up over here to make it a little bit more of a Y-shaped driveway. So that's the project I'm going to start on tomorrow. Once we get that all done, I'll probably get some gravel. If I had the pickup back, I could take our dump trailer to go get it, but if the pickup's not back, by the time I'm ready for it, maybe we'll call a dump truck and have them bring some gravel in and spread it up this driveway here. Then I'll start working over in front of the motorhome and clearing some of that out there, because we want to move the motorhome forward and build a better pad, RV pad up there, maybe have 2 of them there. So Ashley's been busy fixing up her dog fence down there, kind of making our little dog park a little better. So that's on that side. And we also have a storage shed coming that's going to be just on the other side of the motorhome. It'll be a storage shed, and then we're going to see what it's going to take to get electric power off of this pole, either to the shed or up here to the garage. We're not sure. We got to talk to the electrician and the power people. Willie likes to let us know when people are coming down the road.
There's my little girl. She loves her little yard. So we changed out the gate. And there's her fence. I've done some leaf burning. We've got some piles left. And then we've got that part cleared off. She's a dork. She doesn't know what she's looking at.
And I'm not an excavator by any means. I know how it works, but I'm not good at it. I'm not smooth at it. My best friend is, but unfortunately he's like 3,000 miles on the other side of the country, so I might have to be making some phone calls and asking for advice, but that'll all be over the phone. Can't talk him into flying out here working for free when he's got big expensive jobs that he's doing back there. So, but here's the other angle of this driveway area from the front of the Bronco. I want to level this out here so it'll go up the hill instead of just this little piece here. So we're going to take all this, kind of move it around. So our friend says moving piles. We're going to try moving some piles, see what happens. Well, you gotta love that. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's 1.7 hours on the machine already. And I got my first broken line. Now I gotta find a hydraulic line place to go get that fixed. Gotta love it. It's almost as fun as RV life, huh?
What you doing, Scott?
Well, we decided since I blew the line on the excavator, hydraulic line on the excavator yesterday, that today, Sunday, we'd trim some of these branches down. Already did one. There was one that was coming right here, and that's where the little shed's going to go. So we're just going to trim some of these up before they get too full of leaves, since it's springtime now. It's probably not the right time to trim them up, but we're here and they're not full of leaves yet. So I'm going to get some of these up out of the way so they're not on top of the shed, and probably work around some other ones and kind of clean off some of the dead ones. Little by little, it works.
Working around the place.
Well, all right, we got it all tore apart. I got the new line now. Got a new line put on it, so we'll get back to work on the property. You know, there's a saying, tracks, tires, or other things, if it has any of those, it's going to cause you problems. Well, those of you know who know. So anyway, but we're starting the process. Did some limbing yesterday. Got the tractor out. Got the little machine. Starting to clear some ground here a little bit. Like I said, we're going to take that dead tree. We're going to follow that one probably the next day or so, and probably this one here, and knock that one down also, I think, in the next day or so, and finish clearing and leveling this spot and getting rid of some of that other garbage in piles, so we can either get a dumpster, or we got a dump trailer, which is kind of nice, but I can't really use the dump trailer until we get the pickup back. So we'll see what goes on with that. And an update on the pickup. I actually, Monday morning here, about 8:30 this morning, I got a notification on my phone from the Ford Pass, and it said that there was a transmission fault occurred. So I pulled up the Ford Pass, and it actually showed the pickup driving down the road about 2 miles from, or a mile from the dealership, something like that. Hard to tell for sure. So Monday morning they were on it already, at least had it moving around and started up, and whatever they did logged a fault code, because there were no fault codes on it when it left here. So yeah, so there's a fault code. That fault came up. Don't know what it was. Haven't heard from the dealership yet, but we'll keep you going as we hear things. I'll bring it to you. So I'm going to finish putting these panels back on our little machine and get back to work on clearing some ground. From there. Sure. Yeah, let's get the transmission going for sure. And on the batteries, we'll do some check-in and follow up with you on that as we get closer to it being done. So.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We will get moving, and I'll let you know the progress, okay?
Perfect. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Have a great one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, $11,000, almost $12,000 to have a transmission rebuilt, or I'm sorry, replaced, completely replaced, because there was so much metal and clutch materials and everything that went through the transmission. We're not even going to try to rebuild it because there's too much garbage to try to clean it out. So, yeah. But potentially it'll be done next week. So, and it'll have another 3 years, 30-some thousand mile warranty on top of it. So we're contacted our insurance company because this was a catastrophic failure, and while it was being towed and unmanned, and so we're hoping, we're not holding our breath, but we're hoping that the insurance might help us out with some of that. So if not, well, we blew the budget again, I guess, for this year, but we'll figure it out. Good morning, guys. I'm busy working on greasing the tractor here, but I thought I'd give you a quick update. Hold on. There we go. Thought I'd give you a quick update on the pickup. We talked yesterday to Ford dealership, and unfortunately, as my fears were, the transmission is pretty much gone. The torque converter blew out, and metal shavings and debris went through the whole transmission. They said that the filter was just covered in metal. And once you've got that much contaminants going through the transmission, trying to do a rebuild and just fixing parts is pretty much a lost cause. You can't get all that stuff out of there. So we're going to have to go with a new transmission. We'll put a new transmission cooler. They'll back flush all the lines out. I do have to say, for Gary Yeoman Ford in Knoxville, they came and picked it up Friday morning, picked up the pickup Friday morning. Monday morning, they were on top of it, working on it, and I had an email from them Monday afternoon with the diagnosis, and I talked to them Tuesday. So we went ahead and approved for them to install a new transmission, and at nearly $12,000, and also the batteries were definitely drained down and to the point where they're going to need to be replaced also. So new batteries, new transmission, and yeah, we did turn it into our USAA insurance under the comprehensive because it was a catastrophic failure, and it wasn't, a wear item. It wasn't during a wear item. It was because of the voltage drop and stuff. So they're investigating it. They're actually going to go out to the Ford dealership and talk to them, and hopefully we'll get a little bit of relief from the insurance on it. But if not, it's what we got to do. So we'll hopefully get the truck back next week. They said they should have it done in a week. So that's pretty good. A couple of the other places that we talked to, they weren't even going to have a chance to look at it till July. So I'm glad to see that they're getting right on top of it. Hopefully we'll have it back. It'll have another warranty on the transmission, and hopefully we won't have any problems. So I'm going to finish greasing the tractor here, and then go back to getting some property cleared up here, doing a few projects around here. And got a couple trees I need to cut down. And while we're waiting for the truck to get back, and while we're waiting for our shed and our garage to be delivered sometime. The shed should be next week or so, and the garage, I think that's going to be a month or two. So we'll hopefully we'll get that before we have to leave out for our next rally that we're heading to, the London, Kentucky rally. So anyway, that's what today's bringing. So we'll bring you along with us as we're doing stuff. Well, we're going to try to start with this tree, cut this one down, and then we'll go over and cut down the dead one over there. But the goal is on this one is hopefully get it to land that direction. I don't even care if it lands which way that direction, but we're going to try to notch it so it goes that way. So let me get this to start again. I'll notch the tree and see what happens. There's wet water in there.
Look at that.
You see that water come flying out of there?
I did.
little water pocket in there.
Bubbling.
All right. So you're gonna have to watch and get sure.
Right. And that's where the motorhome is, so we want you to not go there. It's going. Hold on. Going.
Couldn't ask much better than that.
Well, that was a good way to do it. Now we gotta check out the other one.
That worked out just about perfect. I kind of wanted to lay this one this way, but
It looks like it's laying right towards that.
right into that shed, which goes right towards the motorhome.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could lay it right over the top of that shed. I don't think it's tall enough to get to the motorhome.
I think with the heavier part being the left-hand side, you can probably notch it and go right in between
Those two.
this tree and that tree.
We'll give it a try.
Right in the middle.
We can give it a try. We don't care about that building. So.
The only thing we care about is the motorhome, and I don't think it's tall enough to hit the motorhome. There we go. There we go. That's a stubborn tree. Here you go.
Well, it didn't go anywhere near the motorhome. No,
It's almost like you're a professional.
no damage.
No damage except for to this lovely, lovely, lovely building.
Now we can start bucking everything up. Well, good morning, guys. So I'm going to work on the yard out here, property a little bit more. I want to take and cut this bank down and make it so this whole thing's a driveway. Right now it's just got that little cutout over here, but we did get that tree cut down and all cleaned up. I bucked it all up with the saw. Ashley did a pretty good job of picking it all up. Drug all the limbs into the pile there. Got all the log pieces bucked up into firewood pieces. We might have some fire pits eventually down the road. So she was able to move all those. I helped with some of them, but I bucked most of things up, cut all the limbs off, and she moved them. She used the tractor to buck it on the tractor to move some of them because they're pretty heavy. So got an ugly garbage pile still here. I'm hoping that once we get the pickup back, we can start hauling some of it off with our dump trailer, or we might get a dumpster brought up. But part of that is I want to, like I was showing, I want to clear this, make this driveway a little bit bigger, wider, smoother, rather than this little kind of a tight little steep incline over here. So I want to open that all up so it's a nice, easy driveway up. So like I said, I'm not an excavator, but I'm going to play one on TV today. Actually, I probably won't video it all. I'm not going to set a camera up to video it, but I'll periodically stop and show you what I got going. So I'm going to get that little machine fired up and get going.
Well, I say this is working out well. For those who don't know, we actually brought the tractor here to Tennessee from our farm in Southern Oregon. And so we had that piece of equipment already, and we are glad we kept it. Just smoothing out a driveway up to the upper part. And for those who don't know, we bought this little Tonka toy, and it's gonna come in handy for digging some holes and ditches and stuff, but it's not very heavy duty. Not like the tractor. And while Scott's getting this driveway knocked down and doing tractor work, it's my job to fill this trailer with metal, mixed metal, so we can take it to the recycler. And I don't even care about getting money for it. I just don't want to have to pay to dump it, because I'm also moving this pile of trash to that pile of trash, and moving all of that stuff by that stupid little building that's coming down over there. So I'm gonna put my hair up and get going.
Well, it's not perfect, but it'll make a road going up there a lot nicer than it was. We'll get some, maybe get some gravel to fill it in and pack it down really good. Hopefully that'll make a good angle to be able to access the upper section. And then when we get the garage up there just on the other side of the little mini excavator, it'll be good. And we'll slowly start working our way this way and clearing some of this and getting ourselves a spot over there in front of the motorhome for it to move forward. And so we're getting there slowly but surely.
Well, it's not the fastest machine in the world. We're getting there. You guys, so today is the day we get a roll-off dumpster delivered, and it's going to be a 30-yard dumpster, and we get to get rid of so much trash. I'm so excited. Yay! Now we'll test to see how Scott's driveway does. Might have been easier to come up the other way. What the fuck do I know? Let's see Scott's new driveway. Hopefully.
Talking about straight back up there?
Yep, straight back. Alright, here's our dumpster. Oh, I'm so excited. It's not going to fit everything, but it'll be alright. I don't know how to open it though. I'll wait. I'm just excited. Look at my hair. It's beautiful. Alright, I think I figured it out. You gotta go that, and then you can lift up. See? And then it releases the hounds. And then, oh, safety chain. Look it, I've already christened it. Ta-da! This is my happy place because this is going to go away and that's going to go away. That pile back there. It'll be a dramatic start. Yay!
Well, the cleanup continues. We got the dumpster delivered today, and Ashley's already been busy with getting some stuff in there. I know it's not much yet, but it just got here an hour ago or so.
That's just by hand.
Yeah.
It's just moving piles.
And then I've been busy putting a third function valve on the tractor because we got the grapple forks here to put on it. But I think
we got good news.
We got some good news. We just got a text message from Ford, and the pickup is all done and ready to pick up.
Pick up the pickup. So we're going to drive down to Knoxville.
Yep, we're taking a break on property work, and we're taking a trip to Knoxville to go get the pickup. So we'll show you when we get there.
See how it is.
Yes. Hopefully everything's all better. Well, there it is. It pulled in on its own power. All right, well, here it is. We got it back. I got it far enough as I drove out of the building and drove over here, and we're gonna let Ashley go one way and I'm gonna go the other and get back home, and we'll let you know how everything worked when we get back up to the property. So we're gonna head out. Well, we made it back in one piece. Drove just fine. Actually, it drove just like it did the Friday morning and the Thursday before we started towing it this direction. So it didn't improve anything, so that kind of leads me to believe that it definitely was something that happened when we towed it. And there's a few pictures here. If you look at the torque converter on this, all that blue is the heat. That's how hot it got. So and then here's some pictures of the actual rear main seal actually melted a little bit, so they put a new rear main seal in it for me, and the fluid is just nasty.
He's listed at 220. I guess I just look at the video or the picture and that tells me what I need to know. I don't need to know the actual weight. How many on-air debates do we have?
Metal in the filter, and yeah, it was full of garbage. So like I said, it drove perfect Thursday. It broke the Thursday before this happened, and Friday morning I drove it around before we hooked it up. No issues, no problems, everything drove great. And like I said, it drives the same way it does now, so I don't think there was any issues with it prior to that. So we're pretty positive that's the situation. Why Ford designed the system the way they do, I have no idea, but it's pretty well documented that you got to keep the voltage up, or a solenoid can drop out and could potentially let it fall back into gear. I don't know if it kicks the transfer case back into gear. I'm not sure what it does, but we're really glad that we got it back on the road. Ashley decided to go to Costco while she was in Knoxville, so I got a 70-mile drive back. Like I said, everything drove good. I'm happy that we're back home, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but man, with these liquid springs, this thing drives so much nicer than the Bronco. I know when we got the Bronco and replaced our Jeep Wrangler, we had a 15 Jeep Wrangler. The Bronco was so smooth and drove so nice and was so much more comfortable than the Wrangler. And then once we put the liquid springs on this, man, I'll drive this any day. I'll take it anywhere compared to that Bronco or the Jeeps for sure. And we even tried the new Gladiator Ashley had rented, and the Bronco's way nicer than that. And this, like I said, is way nicer than this. So can't say enough about the liquid spring suspension. But anyway, so I guess we're going to sign off for now. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're going to get back to working on the property a little bit. I've got some projects I need to do on this. I need to get a monitoring system on it. I need to put some new batteries in it. It's due for some maintenance, so I'm going to be doing all that stuff over the next month. We're going to be here for about a month and a half still, I think. It's like the 20th of April, and we're going to be here till the end of May. So I got some of that stuff to do. I've got some work on the motorhome to do, and we're just going to finish tinkering around on the property here. And so yeah, Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you can see what we're working on next. And, oh, I didn't tell you. $12,700. We haven't heard back from insurance yet, but the adjuster did go out and look at it. We're keeping our fingers crossed. So anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. And yeah, make sure to keep watching. Appreciate it. Every view counts now. We got to pay for this thing. Hope to see you on the road.